Hello and welcome to another iceberg video. Today I'm finally creating my own teams in Pokemon Showdown. And we're going to do so with the help of another website. It is called Squirdle. In this game you are given a certain amount of guesses to try and figure out which Pokemon the computer is thinking of, basically. In terms of this episode in particular, there are some pretty specific rules here. If I guess the Pokemon within 8 tries, I can either take its fully evolved form into my team, or I can skip it. And I've got a limited amount of skips here. Obviously, I'm not going to take the Pokemon if I don't guess it, but I'm also not going to take the Pokemon if it's a Mega Evolution, a Hisuian form, or a legendary. Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get my first guess underway. What's interesting about this game is that it lets you know whether the Pokemon is a pure type or not. Off the bat, it is part fire, it is larger than Tepig, and it's later than Gen 5. So already have some good clues off the bat. Is it Salazzle? It is not. It is Gen 8. So we can tell from this that the height is between 0.5 and 1.2 meters, and also greater than 22.2. Wait, hang on a sec. Is it measured in kilograms or in pounds? It is in kilograms because this website is probably not American. I'm not complaining though. Doesn't seem like it could be a legendary. I might have to figure out its other typing or something. Is it either a bug or a psychic type? It is not. Is it a ground or flying type? It is not. It seems like it could pair well with either rock or dark. I'm gonna waste a few guesses on it. It is part rock, part fire. I think I know who it is. Is it... I don't think it's the final evolution. Is it Carkol? It is Carkol. So that means the first Pokemon I'm gonna add on to my team is gonna be Colossal. And we're gonna get started setting up the team here. You don't have any teams, lol. So the next Pokemon is going to be, I'm gonna say Sandile. It is not Sandile. It is later than Gen 5 and could be a pure type. Is it Torracat? It is Gen 8 and it's not a pure type. Is it Duraludon? It is not. We still don't know its typing here, and it's larger than Duraludon as well. I do think it's a flying type. Is it Galarian Zapdos by any chance? It is not a fighting or flying type. It's interesting that it's taller than all of the Pokemon that we've gotten so far. We've got a good sense of the weight as well, between 40 and 58. Is it Frosmoth? Is it either an ice or bug type? It is not. I still want to guess the typing a bit. I know it's not in Gen 8, but is it either a grass or a psychic type? It is part psychic. Is it Hatterene? Probably not. It's only 5 kilograms for some reason. This one's really taken a while to figure out. I guess take one more guess and figure out if it is a water or ghost type. It is a ghost type. A psychic and ghost type in Gen 8. That sounds like a really good Pokemon. I have absolutely no idea who it is though. It is Calyrex Shadow Rider. That is oddly specific. It's one of those DLC Pokemon that I completely forgot about. I don't even know if that's allowed in the National Dex, but that is a big miss. Moving on to the next one here, I'm gonna say, is it a Numel? Off the bat, it is part fire, could be a pure fire type. I'm going to say that it is. It's smaller than Numel. Is it Charmander by any chance? We've gotten a lot right out of that. 0.6 in height, and a bit heavier than Charmander, and it's a pure type. It's not Magmar, is it? No, that's too big. Is it Growlithe? No, it's not Growlithe. Is it Vulpix? It is Vulpix. Am I gonna take a Ninetales here? Sure, why not? With that being said though, that is 2 fire types out of 2. So, might have to look into different types moving forward. Right, so the next Pokemon I'm gonna say here is Tympole. Off the bat, it's a pure type, earlier than Gen 5, and larger than Tympole. When I'm given a pure type and I don't know which typing it is, for a couple of guesses, I'm looking to basically figure out what the Pokemon's type is. We also have to figure out which gen this Pokemon is in. Is it... I don't want to say Gen 4. Is it Sableye? It is earlier than Gen 3, and it is not a Ghost or Dark type. Is it Girafarid by any chance? It is not Normal or Psychic, and it is Gen 2. It's lighter than Girafarig as well. It's not Delibird, is it? It's not an Ice or Flying type. It is shorter than Delibird, but a bit heavier. It is between 0.5 and 0.9 in height, and between 16 and about 42 in weight. A lot of popular typings out of the way though. Is it Heracross? Probably not. Is it either fighting or bug? It is not. The pressure's on here. I'm really struggling to get this typing right. I want to say it's fire ground, or it could be Macargo. It is part fire. That is a big clue for us here. And I think its other typing is ground, but I don't know a fire ground Pokemon in Gen 2. It could be fire. It could possibly be. No, it's probably not fire dragon. Fire steel, maybe? We know it's not fire grass or fire electric. You know what? I'll take one more guess at the type here. Oh, wait. I'm dumb. I just realized it's a single type. So it does have the possibility of being Quilava. And it is not. Shorter but heavier than Quilava. It's not Houndour, or it could be Slugma. I don't think it is. It is Slugma, isn't it? It's Magby. I don't know if it would count to take a Magmortar, since that Pokemon's in a completely different gen. It was another fire type though, so I probably could have used a skip on it anyway. The next Pokemon, Tympole. It's another pure type. It is later than Gen 5 this time. For Pokemon later than Gen 5, I usually guess Gen 7 because you have 3 possible options here. If it's lower, it's Gen 6. If it's higher, it's Gen 8. So with that being said, is it Vikavolt? It is not an electric or bug type. It is Gen 8. It is taller but lighter than Vikavolt as well. In terms of figuring out typing, it's okay to go out of the gen, but I just don't want to. I'm gonna say Obstagoon. It is not a normal or dark type. Next Pokemon I'm gonna guess... Is it either a dragon or steel type? It is not. I think I gotta guess outside of the gen now. Is it either a fire or ground type? It is not. Is it a grass or ghost type? It is a ghost type. Is it Poltegeist? Probably not. What are some other... It could be Cursula. Never mind. Is it Spectrier? It is. Okay, I missed out on a Calyrex before, so Spectrier might make up for it. The next Pokemon. Tympole. It is earlier than Gen 5, and it's smaller than Tympole, and it's not a pure type. Is it by any chance Masquerain? It is Gen 4. Is it Mime Jr. by any chance? Probably not. Okay. Who else could it be? Could be a Showdown. Never mind, that is 57 kilograms. I'm not gonna guess that. Is it Krogunk? It is part poison. Is it Stunky? No, that's poison dark. It has to be something then poison. Is it Budew? It is Budew. So that would give me a Roserade here. I think that Pokemon's pretty good. I'm gonna take it. Are those good stats? I'm gonna guess Litwick this time. I always like to start with Gen 5, and to be honest, that's mainly because it's my favorite gen, but it is earlier than Gen 5, larger than Litwick, could be a pure type. Is it by any chance Sceptile? It is a pure type, and it's earlier than Gen 3. It's heavier than Sceptile as well. I think I'm just gonna guess typings now. Is it either a ground or flying type? It is not. It is Gen 2. Skarmory is the only steel type Pokemon I remember from Gen 2. Is it either a steel or electric type? It is an electric type. So is it by any chance? It's not Raikou. Okay. A pure electric type that is somehow heavier than Sceptile. To be fair, it's not much heavier. It's between 52 and 65. I think I know exactly who this could be. Is it Ampharos? It is! Okay, that should be a very good get. Wait, you're telling me that Pokemon's illegal? Very well then. Alright, so we still have 2 more Pokemon to go after that incident. Right, so the next Pokemon I'm gonna guess is Galvantula. Okay, so it's earlier than Gen 5. It is shorter but heavier than Galvantula and could be a pure type. Is it Glalie? It is Gen 3 and it is a pure type. It is shorter than Galvantula as well, so we gotta take that into account. I want to guess its typing first. Is it either a poison or ground type? It is not. Is it either a fire or flying type? It is not. Is it either a ghost or dark type? It is not. Is it either a water or grass type? It is not. I have a weird feeling it's probably a normal type. It is 0.5 in height. Not really given a lot of clues as to its weight though. Is it either a normal or psychic type? Of course it is a normal type. If it's Linoon, I'm probably gonna skip it. Is it Linoon? It is Linoon. Yeah, I'm not gonna take this one. That'll be my first skip of the video. Alright, next Pokemon. I'm gonna say Purloin. It is a pure type, and it's later than Gen 5. I'm going to say... which typing could it be? We'll start with a normal fighting. It is not a normal or fighting type. It is going to be Gen 7. Is it electric or steel? It is not. You haven't guessed if it's one of the starter types yet. I think we might have to go out of Gen to really figure this one out. It's not a bug or grass type. Is it an ice or water type? It is not. Is it a fire or poison type? It is not. and it's larger than all 6 of these. So that means it might be a legendary. So I've got no idea who this could be. Is it Lycanroc? I have to figure out its form as well. What's its height? It is taller than 0.8, but Lycanroc is still lighter than Spheal for some apparent reason. One more guess at its typing. Is it either a ghost or ground type? It is not. Is it Necrozma or something? It actually is Necrozma. I don't think I can take this Pokemon just because it's a legendary. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't checked whether or not it was for the National Dex. One sec. Let me select a format. Where is the National Dex anyway? There it is. If we were to validate right now... Spectrier is banned. Okay, this is completely awkward. I did say I would have Ampharos in this one. And Ampharos would have been banned from, I guess, the usual Gen 8 battles because Ampharos most likely wasn't there. Necrozma would be banned in this one, right? Apparently not. Necrozma's still available. So with that, we've got one more Pokemon to go. Is it Pidove? Off the bat, it is a normal type and could be a pure normal type. Is it Gumshoos? It is Gen 8. It's probably Greedent. Okay, so there's another Pokemon that's got the same exact stats as Greedent, and I have absolutely no idea who it is. It was Wooloo. Okay, to be fair, is Double even that good? And the game still goes on here somehow. We're gonna go Gen 4 this time. I'm gonna say Kricketune. Off the bat, it is a pure type, earlier than Gen 4, larger than Kricketune. Is it Feraligatr? It is Gen 1, and it's somehow heavier than Feraligatr. Is it Arcanine? It is not. It's larger than Arcanine. Is it Mewtwo? Arcanine's larger than Mewtwo. In terms of height, it's between 1.9 and 2.3. We don't know its typing yet, though. It seems like a really good Pokemon. I guess I have to figure out its typing first. Is it either an Ice or Steel type? I thought Sandslash was a Galarian form, by the way. It is not an Ice or Steel type. Is it a Rock or Ground type? It is not. Is it a Dark or Dragon type? It is not. It's Snorlax, isn't it? It is Snorlax. I'm okay with that. So that will round off all our 6 Pokemon here. We've got Colossal, Ninetales, Roserade, Ampharos, Necrozma, and Snorlax here. I've already set up movesets for Colossal. I'm just going all attack with this one. Fire Blast, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Heat Wave. I'm gonna give this Pokemon... What should I give him? I'm just gonna go for the classic Citrus Berry. For Ninetales, I'm gonna say Fire Blast and Iron Tail, Energy Ball to deal with water types, and we'll go for Body Slam as well for the paralysis. Go for the leftovers here. Flash Fire is the ability. I would take that over Sunny Day. Roserade, Natural Cure, or Poison Point. For Roserade's item, we'll try the Weakness Policy. Tem6T uses that Weakness Policy pretty well. Gonna say Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Shadow Ball. I'll just go for a Thunder Wave here, though, as a status move, I guess, if I have to go for a status move. Actually, no. Cotton Guard sounds pretty good as well. Ampharos is much more of a special attacker here. We'll go for a Thunder. I'll say Discharge and Thunderbolt as well. Mega Evolution as well for Ampharos. And sure, Static could possibly work. It's basically a discount Thunder Wave here. Okay, so for Necrozma, I'll go for the red card. We're going to go all in with a Prismatic Laser. We'll also go for a Photon Geyser. And I'm going to say Stone Edge and Heat Wave as well. Alright, for Snorlax, I'm going to say Blizzard. Actually, no, I don't think his special attack is that good. We'll go for a Steel Roller. It only works if there's terrain active, so we gotta be aware of that. I'll say Heat Crash. Wow, Snorlax has a lot of good options. I'm gonna say Earthquake, and Dynamic Punch isn't really that powerful here. Well, it is powerful, but it's not accurate. I'll say Darkest Lariat. You know what? I might go for a Z move here. We'll set up the Giga Impact, and we'll see if there needs to be any adjustment here. We're good to go. We're in National Dex format here, and it'll be interesting to see how good or how bad the team is. For some strange reason, I have a feeling I'm gonna get smoked in this episode. It's what usually happens anyway. First game underway up against Sleepy Puppet, and I'm gonna start off with Roserade. My opponent goes for Golurk. That's a good start. We've got some options here. I'm gonna say Energy Ball. And they go for a switch, and they go on to Carablast here. Wait, why do they have a Carablast? Is this one of those Temp 6T-like plays? There's a Mega Horn. Roserade down to 7%. Carablast will be the first one out. Roserade's got to be careful now. They do go to Pidgeot. And I think Pidgeot is faster here. And wait, Pidgeot's got a Heat Wave? Okay, we're going to go for one of our... I was going to say go for one of our fire types, but Ampharos could also work. And since Heat Wave is a special attack, I think we'll sort out one of our attacks here. And they go back to Golurk and go for the Reed, which means I'm going to switch out. 4 of my Pokemon are weak to Golurk, and the last one is a Snorlax. And Earthquake almost wipes out Snorlax as well. That was a critical hit, and I thought Golurk had Levitate for a split second. We'll see if we can fight back with an Earthquake here. We cannot. This is going to be a sweep, isn't it? I guess go to the Necrozma here. Go for a Prismatic Laser. Go all in if we can. And Necrozma attacked by the red card. That's a read right there! Prismatic Laser will take down Machoke. It's interesting how Necrozma was attacked by the red card in the Poltergeist and was still able to use it. Machamp is up next, and I think Machamp could take down Necrozma here. Cross Poison, and that's a critical hit. We're gonna go for Ampharos and go for a Cotton Guard if we can. They switch back onto Golurk, so that's pretty much useless. I guess switch on for Ninetales here. And Earthquake takes Ninetales down anyway. We'll see if Colossal can do anything. Golurk's Earthquake still goes first, and Colossal's out. So this is game over, isn't it? Golurk still goes faster, and Earthquake takes down Ampharos. That is game. So I have a feeling that ground types are going to be one of our main weaknesses in this one. Something to watch out for heading into the next few games. We're going to go right into our next battle here, and there's a Garchomp. Specs Riley, we're going to start off with an Ampharos here. They've got a good team. And they're going to start off with Swellow. I'm going to prioritize accuracy over strength. They go for a Protect, so it doesn't really matter. And I think Swellow has Guts here. because there's no other reason, and Facade, there's no other reason to have a Flame Orb right on you and not give it to your opponent. Not Ampharos. Swellow is the first one out, and Garchomp goes for a Swords Dance. Both of us are going to charge up here. And Earthquake is enough to take down Ampharos. We do have Dazzling Gleam, though, on Roserade, so I guess we can use that. Never mind. Earthquake takes down Roserade, and that could sweep the rest of my team. Gonna go all in with the Giga Impact if we can. We cannot. Earthquake takes down Snorlax. Necrozma up next. Can we use this Prismatic Laser? It looks like we can. They switch on to Raichu. Maybe having a red card on Necrozma wasn't a good idea, but Raichu is out. Sharpedo's up next. And that should be wraps for Necrozma at this point. And the other two Pokemon are weak to Sharpedo. Ninetales is up next. Sort out the Energy Ball. Sharpedo has the speed boost, though. And goes for the Mega Evolution as well. Ninetales is out. Colossal's the last Pokemon here. 4 times weak to both ground and water. So that should be game here, and it is. I have a feeling we're going to be playing, like, multiple battles here because they're going so quickly. Right on to the next game, and there's Garchomp again. Gonna start off with Necrozma this time. They've got a Cottony as well. I think I know what Judek is trying to do here. And they're gonna start off with a Cottony. They're using the strat here. Focus Sash, Leech Seed, Substitute, and Protect. Don't really have anything to deal with that. Gonna switch out and go to Ninetales here. Cottony fails on the Protect. I actually could have used a move, I just realized that. They switch out to Garchomp. Should I switch out here? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Necrozma. And Garchomp goes for a Dragon Claw. And they go to Gengar here. We're gonna go for... I go for the Photon Geyser. Yeah, I'll go for the Photon Geyser instead of the Prismatic Laser. Gengar goes for the Destiny Bond. That means Necrozma is out as well. That's a big play. We're going to go on to Snorlax here. Kingdra's up next for Judek. And we're going to go for an Earthquake. Outrage does a decent amount against Snorlax, and Earthquake does about the same amount against Kingdra here. I'm going to switch out again. Going to go on to Roserade. Go for an Outrage again. It does a lot more against Roserade. And I think Kingdra is... No, Roserade is faster, apparently. So we're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Wait. Okay, apparently Kingdra is faster. Just goes for a Protect. Well... Not because Kingdra is faster, but because Kingdra uses Protect, which almost always goes first. And of course, the confusion ends right as he's about to lose his HP. Roserade is out from that. We're gonna send an Ampharos and go for a Thunderbolt here. They go for the Outrage. And the Static will paralyze Kingdra. That will take Kingdra down here. It's pretty close so far. They're going to go to Garchomp again, which means I pretty much have to switch out. Ninetales heading on, and Dragon Claw does a decent amount there. It's interesting how Garchomp isn't going for a ground-type move straight away. That Energy Ball does almost nothing, and Ninetales is out. Colossal up next. Brick Break. Super effective, but doesn't do a lot. And Garchomp is down to the yellow here. Now goes for a Draco Meteor. That does a bit more. Not really an ideal moveset for Garchomp, in my opinion. Earthquake is right there for him, but I don't even know if he has it. Garchomp is out. So the next Pokemon is going to be Salamence. And we're going to go for a Stone Edge here. I do think Salamence is gonna... Nope, Stone Edge goes first. And Dragon Tail misses as well. We might have a chance to win this one now. Draco Meteor misses as well. And Stone Edge will take down Salamence. RNG is not in Judek's favor right now. Spiritomb is up next. We'll go for a Stone Edge again. Shadow Ball is enough to take down Colossal. My other two Pokemon are not in full strength. That could prove to be costly. I'm going to go for Ampharos here. We'll go for a Thunder against Spiritomb. Thunder hits, and Spiritomb paralyzed as well. Able to land the Psychic, but doesn't do much. We're going to go for another Thunder here. Spiritomb down to 10%. Psychic is not going to do enough against Ampharos. Going to go for the Thunderbolt to take down Spiritomb. And Spiritomb's out here. Finally on to Cottony now. Gonna go for a Thunder if we can here. Cottony has to set up... Doesn't go for the Leech Seed, but decides to go for a Protect. We're gonna go Thunder again. And Giga Drain doesn't do enough there. Thunder will take down Cottony, and that is game. We do get a win in this one. And I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good game as well. With that being said, I think Judek needed a better moveset there. So it's not going to be all losses in this episode. I will play a couple more battles though. Okay, that's a pretty interesting team. Spectre Spectrum. That's a nice name. Okay, so no ground types, but Samurott is probably going to be our biggest enemy. So I'll send out Ampharos. My opponent goes for Throat. I'm going to start off with a Cotton Guard. And Toxicroak has an Earthquake. Cotton Guard could pan out here. Earthquake, Ampharos down to the red. Thunder does a lot against Toxicroak and the Paralysis. Recovers to the yellow, though. And Earthquake hits. Ampharos will be the first one out. I think it's pretty obvious to go for Necrozma here. And we're going to go for a Photon Geyser. And Toxicroak is out. We'll level again. Next Pokemon's going to be Weavile. I do have a Stone Edge. And they go for a switch onto Samurott. That's perfectly fine. I'll set up a Photon Geyser there. Mega Horn against Necrozma. You know what? I probably should have seen that coming. Also, why is this Pokemon named Green Eggs? Grass Knot goes first. Necrozma is out. And I'm going to go for Roserade now. And we're going to go for an Energy Ball. And Samurott is out here. Up next, it is going to be Weavile again. And we're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Weavile goes for a Fake Out. That should not have done that much damage against Roserade. And an Icicle Crash as well. Roserade's defense is terrible. Alright, next Pokemon is going to be Colossal. And we're going to go for a Stone Edge. They could go for a switch, and they do. Onto Meowstic. Going to go for a Stone Edge again. Meowstic with a Light Screen, and Stone Edge misses as well. Going to go for an Earthquake this time. Meowstic with a Psychic does a decent amount, and Earthquake takes down Meowstic here. Next Pokemon is going to be Slurpuff, and we're going to go for a Fire Blast if we can. Drain Punch doesn't do a lot, but it is a recovery move that we have to watch out for. Fire Blast is almost nothing. Gonna go back to an Earthquake as Slurpuff, aka Souffle, goes for a Toxic. Interesting call. A Drain Punch again. Slurpuff recovers a bit, and still in the green after the Earthquake as well. Slurpuff is probably going to draw this one out. Down to the yellow here, and Colossal is out. We're going to go to Snorlax. We'll go for the Z-Power move and go all in with a Pulverizing Pancake. Is that going to do enough? It is. It is 2 against 2 here. Vikavolt is going to be up next. We're going to go for a Heat Crash. It's a pretty obvious call. Bug Buzz doesn't do a lot against Snorlax, and Vikavolt down to the red. Gonna go for a Heat Crash again. Bug Buzz puts Snorlax down to the yellow, And Vikavolt is out. And finally, Weavile gets back into this one, goes for a fake out. Only delaying the inevitable here. Or is it inevitable? Icicle Crash takes down Snorlax. Ninetales is the last Pokemon remaining. And we're gonna go for a Fire Blast. Poison Jab doesn't do enough. And Fire Blast wraps up this game. And we get ourselves another win here. I'll tell you what, this team is not as bad as I thought it would be. We've gotten 2 wins and 2 losses so far. Let's see what our last battle holds for us. It's all Gen 7 here. That's an interesting call. Incineroar, Serena, Golisopod, Minior, Comfey, and Kommo-o. Why do they have Minior and Comfey on their team? That's what we're gonna figure out. Ampharos is up first. Up against Serena. Set up the Cotton Guard. Serena going defensive as well. We'll go for a Thunder here. It's probably not going to do a lot. Does get a Paralysis out of Serena, though. Ampharos has played pretty well with that. And they go for a switch on to Comfey. Thunder does a bit more against Comfey. Comfey goes for a Calm Mind. Thunder does a decent amount again. Goes for a Calm Mind again. I think I'm going to switch out. We're going to go on to Ninetales here. And Comfey charges up again with a Calm Mind. But we're going to go for an Iron Tail. And a Synthesis by Comfey, and Iron Tail does almost nothing. Comfey's going to stall this one out, isn't she? Charges up again with a Calm Mind. Body Slam again, does almost nothing, but there's the Paralysis we were looking for. Gonna go for the Iron Tail now. And Comfey recovers again. Iron Tail does a bit more this time. So we're gonna keep using that. That's a critical hit there against Comfey. Goes for Aromatherapy. And that cures all of the Pokemon of Paralysis. What a moveset for Comfey. I think it's all status, well, almost all status moves, and the one attack is also a recovery move here. Defense is lower, though, for Comfey, so we gotta be careful of that. Synthesis, once again, Comfey's getting a little desperate here. Gonna try the Body Slam. Draining Kiss doesn't do a whole lot. In some cases, it doesn't really need to do a whole lot. Comfey could go for a Synthesis here. Goes for a Draining Kiss instead. Recovers back into the green, and Iron Tail misses. And that could prove to be very costly here. And Iron Tail misses again. Are you kidding me? Ninetales down to the red, and Comfey back to full, and Iron Tail misses for a 3rd time. That's going to take down Ninetales, isn't it? Body Slam doesn't do enough. Comfey goes for the Calm Mind again. And Draining Kiss will take down Ninetales and a critical hit as well. On top of that. So we've accomplished almost nothing there. I'm going to go for a Roserade now. And I'm going to go for... I've got all special moves here. I don't think this is worth it. Draining Kiss, not very effective, but still does that much. Blood Bomb. That's a critical hit! And Comfey is out. I'll tell you what, I thought it was going to be much worse than that. I'm just going to see if Dazzling Gleam pans out. Does a decent amount. Minior looks to increase attack. Might have a White Herb. Looks like he does. Going to go for a Dazzling Gleam again. Minior might be faster, though. What sort of flying type move would Minior have? Acrobatics, and Roserade is out. That answers my question. We're going to go on to... we're going to go for Colossal here. And I'm going to go for a Stone Edge. Psychic does a decent amount, and Stone Edge takes down Minior. It's anyone's game again. Golisopod is up next. I think Golisopod's still faster than Colossal. I'm going to switch out. And Golisopod goes for an Aqua Jet. Doesn't do a lot. I think that would have taken down Colossal. I'm going to go for a Thunder here. They could go for the switch. They do not, and they don't need to because Thunder misses. We're going to go for a Thunder again. Aqua Jet does a bit more, And Thunder misses again. Are you serious? Sucker Punch takes down Ampharos as well. Alright, I'm gonna go... I'm just gonna go for Snorlax, I guess. Gonna set up the Z power. And Pulverizing Pancake puts Golisopod down to the red. Has to switch out. They're probably gonna switch to Incineroar here. That makes sense. I was going to say they would switch out to Kommo-o. Earthquake does not do a lot. Revenge in response does a bit more. I guess go for an Earthquake again, and Incineroar down to the yellow, but Snorlax is going to be out. We're going to go for Colossal. I think Incineroar can wipe out the rest of my team, but we'll see if he does. Well, right as I say that, Stone Edge hits, and it's a critical hit. They're going to go to Serena here. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast. Serena with a Reflect, and Fire Blast misses. There are so many moves that ended up missing this game. Fire Blast does not do a lot. I'm going to go for a Stone Edge. They switch out to Kommo-o, and that does almost nothing. Kommo-o with a Clangorous Soul to increase all stats. Increasing special attack even more, and Earthquake does almost nothing. Kommo-o with another Clangorous Soul. He's trying to charge up and sweep my team, and Stone Edge misses. Drain Punch takes down Colossal, and Kommo-o recovers back into the green. Necrozma's my last Pokemon here. Gonna go for a Prismatic Laser. Kommo-o might go first, though. And charges up again with a Clangorous Soul. Loses a bit of health. Prismatic Laser will take down Kommo-o here. If they switch on to Golisopod and go for a Bug Buzz or something, that might be that here. Goes for a First Impression. That doesn't do enough. They switch out onto Serena, and I'm going to go for a Heat Wave. Serena goes for a Trop Kick. Necrozma still in it, and Heat Wave doesn't do enough against Serena, so that might be that here, and it is. That was a good game, though. Bit of a rough way to wrap up this episode. It's crazy how many times we ended up having moves miss the target, especially at crucial times, but overall, that wasn't really a bad team to work with. We ended up getting 2 wins in a row in this episode, so I guess I'll take it. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.